Hi there, it's Michael here, and welcome to 5 Minute Focus. Today I would like to talk to you about sensory enclosures. Now, a sensory enclosure is just a little bubble that you create, a little separate world that you can exist in just for a little while, just while you are actually sitting down to write your next masterpiece, whatever that may be. So, it's a really simple thing to do. But before we get into the hows of it, I want to give you a brief rundown of the why. So when you create a sensory enclosure, what you're doing is shutting off the rest of the world. But you're also creating an environment in which you can be at your most focused and most creative. Because that environment is your own. It is ruled by your thoughts, your feelings, your imagination. The things that you bring into that environment are entirely up to you, but it is yours and yours alone. It is free of distraction from the outside world. So, how do you do that? To create a sensory enclosure, there's a few things that you need to do. So, first of all, shut the door. That physically blocks out the rest of the world. We also need some music. Pick a song, maybe two, and play them on repeat. Listen to them a couple of times through before you actually engage in the work, in the writing and the creation, because you want it to become just background noise, so that you're not actively listening to that music. What that does is it prevents other noises from interrupting your little world. And after a couple of renditions of that song, you can't actually hear it anymore. Not really. So it becomes a replacement for silence, but it's difficult to break, unlike regular old silence. So that really helps. And I strongly advise that you wear headphones while you do this, because that is another way of blocking out all those external noises and creating that bubble, making it your own world, a place just for you. In that environment, so we've blocked out sounds and sights from the outside world. In that environment, you can't have things that are going to distract you. So your mobile phone, that's got to be gone. Turn off all those notifications on your computer if you're working at a computer. If you are working on your computer, no opening web browsers, no opening other programs, no nothing, just you and the work. You want to limit the amount of distractions as much as possible. So having that door shut and having the headphones in and the music on, that creates that little bubble. A little bubble that can't be interrupted unless you let it be interrupted. And having complete control over the things that are in that environment also is enormously helpful in terms of maintaining the secluded nature of that sensory enclosure. Because when you have your phone around, the outside world has access to you and you have access to it, and that is no good, not while you are in creation mode. Having web browsers open, notifications on your computer and all of that stuff on is no good while you're in creation mode. These things are just distractions. They are stealing from your creativity. They are stealing from your focus. Only you have the power to prevent these things from stealing from you. So that sensory enclosure, that little world that you create, that is the perfect place to be creative. So I'd love it if you gave it a go. And I would be over the moon if you came back here and you let me know how you get on. Now, this sensory enclosure idea that I have is something that I've actually shared with lots of people in the past, and it's been really, really effective. So I know it works. I use it, and so do lots of other people. Please give it a go.